Welcome back everyone of the Westlake Hornets Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14 as today, Hornets return home to Burmester to take on the Huskies of Washington University. This should be a very fun matchup as the Huskies sit at 5-3 on the season while Westlake, ranked number 4, sits at 8-1 on the campaign. Winners of 16 straight here at home, most amount of home wins in the nation, as Westlake tries to improve their home winning streak today. Looking at the Washington Huskies squad, they have a very talented offense, very balanced rushing and passing attack, score a good 35 points a game, and they've been very impressive this season. But they're not ready to face the beast that's Westlake's defense. Westlake usually prides himself on having talented offenses, but defensively, this team has been incredible this season. They allow the least amount of points per game this season in the entire nation at 17.4, least amount of yards at 294.9, and least amount of rushing yards at 124. Does Westlake have the best defense? Probably not, but statistically, they are one of the best. Welcome everyone to the Hornets Nest here in Burmester, Utah, as the 5-3 Washington Huskies are set to take on the 8-1 number 4 Westlake Hornets. Many big recruits visiting today, including 5-star defensive end Delvin Hines of Burmester High. Let's see if Westlake can pull up. Coming off an upset loss a week ago, this Washington offense is under some adversity and some pressure to perform, taking on statistically the best defense in the nation, even though I wouldn't necessarily agree. Is on second down, there's Dan Smith, the senior running back, making the catch, and Smith will gain 29. The Husky offense is looking really nice up to this point, and Westlake definitely does not have the best defense in the nation. It's a good defense, but definitely not the best. As Singleton over to Simmons, who is laid out at the 12, as Rodney Simmons brings it into the red zone. The Huskies are absolutely cooking right now. They have it in the red zone. We're just 50 seconds into this football game, as it's 2nd and 8 for them at around the 10-yard line. Handoff for Smith, breaking the tackle, but he's still laid out, as Sean Briggs will read the play like a book, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 13 for Washington. It is now 3rd down and 13 here for the Huskies at the 14-yard line. I'm sure they're fine with starting this game off of a field goal, but obviously they'd prefer a touchdown, as here's Dan Singleton looking to throw it. He has Simmons, and that'll be Rodney Simmons breaking the tackle, getting into the end zone for a Husky touchdown, and they will take the lead. Big drive for Michael Singleton, as there you go, folks. Westlake has far from the best defense in college football. VA Sports Studio update as UCLA gets the win over Arizona State. 3 touchdown passes from Pat Smith. However, that does not get the win for the Sun Devils. Of course, Ron Robinson with a nice performance as he trying to end his collegiate career on a high note. Even though I've sort of been bashing Westlake's defense, their defense is why they won last week. It was a shaky performance for the offense. Peyton Curtis was not at his best against the Oregon Ducks. Let's see if he can get back on the right note here at home. 1st down. Curtis has a wide open man deep. That's the senior, Everett Lemieux. No coverage from Washington. And Everett Lemieux now has more receiving touchdowns than anyone in the history of Westlake football, as he has broken the record from Ayo Ayeluko. Ayeluko set that record 2 years ago, and that's touchdown number 34 for Lemieux. Wasn't this offense just out on the field? Oh wait, they were. Anyway, 2nd down and 10 here for the Huskies. Singleton and Smith in the backfield, as it'll be a handoff for Dan Smith, and he's going to be wrapped up. A loss of 4 this time by Ray Johnson. Westlake's run defense got absolutely exposed last week against Oregon, but so far today, Dan Smith has -9 yards. So Washington ended up gaining 13 on 3rd down. Now it's 4th down from around the Westlake 46, and they are going to go for it. Gutsy play call, I like it. As Singleton up the middle has a wide open man. That's Patrick Miller, and he will convert. That's an extremely gutsy play call from head coach Chris Peterson, but it definitely worked out. And right as I say that, it'll be an interception. Jeremy Harrington, the senior, picks it off. And there goes Harrington down the sidelines. No one's going to catch him. And that'll be a long pick 6 for Westlake. It's the redshirt senior, Jeremy Harrington, making the play. He's had an incredible season, and he makes an incredible play as that pick 6 might have gone 90 or 95 yards. And the Hornets will take the lead in what has been a very high-scoring quarter so far. Wasn't Washington's offense just out on the field? Oh wait, they were. Anyway, 3rd down and 8 here for the Huskies, a little bit past midfield, as Singleton will look to throw it. Michael Singleton under a little bit of pressure now. Singleton, he will be sacked by none other than the sophomore Cole Spencer, who has had an incredible season, and he continues to dominate, bringing down Michael Singleton, and that'll force a Washington Husky punt. Westlake's last drive only lasted one play, and that's all they needed, as Everett Lemieux was able to get his 34th career touchdown reception, breaking the record set 2 years ago by Ayo Ayaluko, and no one in the history of Westlake football has more touchdown catches than Everett Lemieux. Second down, Curtis hoping to take a shot deep. He will connect with a wide open Malik Brown, as once again the Husky coverage was just not there, and Peyton Curtis, who's only thrown 2 passes today, already has 107 passing yards. The referees reviewed the Malik Brown catch. The play did stand, as he only got 1 foot in, but in college football you only need to get 1 foot in. 2nd and 2, here's Peyton Curtis looking to throw it. Curtis scrambling like a madman. He connects with Nigel Wiggins. And Wiggins, the redshirt sophomore, will find the end zone from 33 yards out. And we're still in the first quarter, and Westlake is close to matching their score total from a week ago. We have another studio update over from our good friends at EA Sports, as the number 1 USC Trojans are continuing to roll. They lead Stanford 14-0. The Cardinals were once number 5 in the nation, but they've lost 2 straight and have really fallen out of contention. USC and Westlake do not play this year, however, if they both win out, they'll face off in the conference championship. Washington's last drive was not particularly ideal for them. Let's see if they can get back to their first drive ways, as on 2nd and 1, Singleton looking to throw it under pressure. He connects with Dan Smith. Smith trying to break the tackle as he gains about 20, bringing it to the 24. Washington's offense is once again moving the ball down the field very nicely. They now have it at the 24. Setzer in motion. The cousin of former Westlake safety Edmund Setzer. The OGs know who that is. As on 1st down, Michael Singleton will lose 4. Ray Johnson with his 2nd tackle for loss of the game, as Johnson's played some really solid football the past few weeks. It is 3rd and 7 for the Huskies, very, very close to the red zone. And this will be the final play of the first quarter, as Singleton on 3rd down will find Martin McDaniel, who brings it inside the 5. That'll conclude quarter number 1. Westlake leads it 21-7. The Huskies aren't playing bad football. It's just that Westlake is the far dominant team here, and they're definitely playing like it. 3rd and goal, handoff for Dan Smith, and he gets tripped up by Cole Spencer, and the Huskies will likely have to kick a field goal. The Huskies did make the field goals. We have another studio update. Number 6, Arizona gets the win with a 4-touchdown day from Heisman hopeful Zach Clemens. The Golden Bears will fall to 5-5, as the Wildcats will go up to 8-1. And then in other news, USC and Stanford each trade touchdowns. Trojans still up by 14, but now they lead at 21-7 as a passing touchdown for another Heisman hopeful and Freddie Barron. Westlake's offense has not been on the field too long today, but they've been really good up to this point. First down, a little bit under 5.5 minutes left to go here in the first half, as it'll be a handoff for Dante Savage. Gets a nice block from Underwood. There goes Savage breaking tackles, and he's pushed out of bounds for a gain of 22. As Savage, of course, got off to an incredible start. It's sort of cooling down a little bit, but he's still having a really nice redshirt freshman season. Right now, this offense is looking flawless, as no one can stop him. A little bit under 4:20 left to go here in the half. 4:20 blaze it as Curtis on 1st down connects with a wide open Malik Brown for the touchdown. And the Hornets will make it a 17-point game. Curtis still perfect, 6 for 6, $180, and 3 scores. Westlake made the best statistical defense in college football, but their offense is playing like they're the best in the nation right now. Truly unstoppable, as Ray Johnson with another play, this time sacking the quarterback, and that'll make it a 2nd and 16. For the most part, Washington's offense is having a nice day, but their defense is just going to hold them back. It's on 2nd and 4. Briggs and Spencer both there with the tackle for losses. Both of those two have been having really nice days, and they each make another nice play. Last week, this offense might have had their worst performance of the season, but today, so far they've had their best. Already more points than last week's game, of course, which was 24. Now here on 2nd and 9, Curtis, he's going to take another deep shot for a wide open Nigel Wiggins, who comes down with it. The safety was able to make a play towards the end, but it was too little too late, as Curtis goes deep again for Wiggins, and that's going to be a gain of 58. Peyton Curtis is having a really good game today, but part of that can be attributed to Washington's pass coverage, which has truly been awful Westlake has gone deep a decent amount of times today, and every time it's worked, as Washington needs to figure something out. 2nd and 9, they finally make a play as Curtis loses 11 on the sack. The sack will be made by Johnny Holland. It is now 3rd and 20 here for the Westlake offense, just under 30 seconds left in the half. Westlake is taking their sweet old time as Curtis risky pass, and it's going to be picked off by Hall. Everett Lemieux was covered like a blanket. Bad pass from Curtis, and Washington's defense finally makes a play. Despite getting the interception, Washington's offense didn't really do anything. So now here in the second half, Westlake up by 15. First down for the Hornets. Handoff for Patrick Daly. Daly is blocked. There he goes down the field. I don't think anyone's going to catch him. And that'll be a long touchdown run for the redshirt freshman Patrick Daly. And the Westlake Hornets will extend their lead. In the past, Westlake usually just goes with one running back. Every once in a while, the backup comes in. But this year, they're doing more of a dual backfield with both Savage and Patrick Daly. Obviously, Savage being the main guy. But Patrick Daly, he's gotten a ton of touches, and he's actually been a really good player. Speaking of really good players, Adam Alexander forces the tackle for a loss of 2 on the screen pass. It is 3rd down and 12 here for Washington. Smith and Singleton in the backfield. 4 receiver set here for the Huskies as they need a conversion. Michael Singleton under pressure, fumbles, and Marcus Shelton brings him down. It's a fumble. Washington will recover, but still a nice strip sack nonetheless. And that'll likely force a Washington punt. Take another look as the true freshman Marcus Shelton, a Tacoma, Washington native, is able to make the play. Westlake had really good starting field position at around the 28-yard line after a nice punt return from Sean Briggs. Now at the 10, it's 3rd and 3. Let's see if they will convert as Curtis looking for Malik Brown, and he goes backwards for a loss of 1. Nice hit right there from the defensive back, and that'll likely force a Matt Fellows field. Westlake has not had to rely on Fellows too much this year, which is probably for the better, as Matt Fellows is only 5 for 10, definitely not having his best campaign. This field goal will bring him over the 50% mark if he makes it, and that one's right down Main Street for the senior, as Matt Fellows will make this a 25-point Westlake lead. Not to mention they're now up by 4 possessions. Here returns the Husky offense. Last drive was not too pretty, and they're now down by 25. Likely just playing for pride at this point is on 1st down. The screen pass is going to be picked off by the junior Owen Jackson. He had a pick 6 against Utah on a screen pass, and he almost gets another one here. And Westlake's going to be starting off their drive inside the 10. The redshirt junior Owen Jackson making the play. He's continued to improve week by week. And now it's safe to say he's one of the best linebackers in college football. 2nd and goal, option, toss, touchdown for number 9, Dante Savage, as he gets 6 yards. Number 9 on the field, but number 1 in your hearts. And Westlake is now going to be up by 32 points, of course, pending the PAT. I thought this would be a pretty good game, but right now Westlake is totally blowing these guys out of the water, reminding us why they're so good, as Westlake gets another sack, that one by the senior Agobo Inecho, and that'll bring you up a 3rd down and 11. 3rd and 11 here for the Huskies, as their offense hasn't been awful today, but they're down by 32 points. It's not looking good, as that's going to be a deep pass downfield from Singleton, and Rodney Simmons will come down with it. Hornets should have made a play on that ball, but Simmons is able to make the catch. That pass was not particularly good from Michael Singleton. I thought that was an easy pick for Westlake, but a nice grab by Rodney Simmons, and that play does not really work out for the Huskies, as Dan Smith loses 2, and we have an injured player, and it's the quarterback, Michael Singleton. This could be serious for Washington. Michael Singleton was hit as he threw it by the redshirt sophomore Josh Wilson, and as you can see, he has a strained pectoral. He will be fine to return to the game. 3rd and goal, handoff for the senior Bud Knight, and he's able to run for the Washington touchdown, and they make the score a little bit more respectable. I find it funny that Washington has almost doubled Westlake when it comes to first downs. The Huskies have 17, while Westlake has 9. However, the Westlake Hornets have more than doubled their lead over Washington, as they are up by 25. Here's Peyton Curtis. He's going to take a shot deep for Patrick Daly, as that throw is on the money. And Daly is able to gain 42. Risky pass by Curtis, who only has 11 completions, but has 307 yards as he gets that play to a redshirt freshman. While this game won't have too much suspense towards the end, If you like watching Westlake dominance, I definitely recommend you stick around. First and goal, toss for Dante Savage. He already has 1 touchdown today, and he is easily able to run for a second. And the Hornets break the 50 mark. Don't get to say that every day. And they're once again up by 30 plus. We have an EA Sports Studio update as Stanford is making it a little bit close on the Trojans, but USD still leads by 2 touchdowns, 38-24. Quiet day for Freddie Barron, only 14 pass attempts, only 82 yards for a Heisman hopeful quarterback. Michael Singleton is not in the game at quarterback. It is still Travis Dawson, so I assume Singleton's day is done, which makes sense for Washington. Why try to risk his health? Dawson on first down! No time to throw it, and that's sack number 2 on the day for Cole Spencer. And that'll make it a 2nd and 17. After the sack, Washington decided to put Michael Singleton back in the game. Strange timing, but I guess Washington gets their guy back as on 3rd and 17. Singleton will be sacked this time by Andy Pino, the redshirt freshman, and I highly doubt Washington's going to go for it. I assume they're pretty much just going to lay dead and throw in the towel. Westlake didn't really chew the clock too well, and then not a great punt from Alberto Prompel gave Washington nice field position. I guess Prompel's leg is rusty since he hasn't done anything today, as there's Bud Knight bringing it into the red zone for a gain of 13. Washington's offense is having a nice drive. They have 420 yards on the day, 420 blaze it, but it's probably not going to be enough, as on 2nd and goal, Singleton looking to throw it, looking in the end zone, he connects with Rodney Simmons for the score, and 26 points, I assume 27, is very respectable for Washington, even though they allowed 52. We have an EA Sports Studio update as the USC Trojans indeed win only by 10, 41-31, and USC will improve to 10-0. The Cardinals lose their 3rd straight and go down to 7-3. Washington, unsurprisingly, did not recover the onside kick as Malik Brown was able to get it. So the Hornets are now just going to be chewing clock. Handoff for Dante Savage. Savage with a nice little run, breaking the ankles of the defender, and Savage will bring it to the 1 for a gain of 35. Westlake was just trying to chew clock, but I assume a few extra yards didn't hurt anyone. 2nd and goal, handoff for Savage, and Dante Savage is able to run for touchdown number 3 on the day. I assume that's a career high for him. And Westlake is awfully close to the 60 marker, but I don't think they're mean enough to go for 2. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for your ball game. 59-27. Dominant victory from Westlake, coming off a shaky performance last week against the Oregon Ducks. They absolutely blow the Washington Huskies out of the water. Dominant game from everyone. The defense was pretty good. The offense was incredible, putting up 59 points, and that's got to be one of the highest totals in Westlake history. I think they put up 66 on opening day against Utah State, but 59 is definitely one of the highest marks we've seen from this team. Washington will go down to 5-4. Westlake goes up to 9-1. Next week is a bye week, and then after that will be senior day against, I believe, Boise State.